All right, hello. Just looking to do a quick little walk around review of the AK 550 Premium. Actually, this is the first one that has come out to the United States that I'm aware of. According to the dealership that I bought it, it was the first one that was registered here in the States. So excited to see it. Just wanted to kind of walk around it initially, go over some of the stuff that it's got. I've got about 120 something miles on it or so. So a little bit of experience on it, and we'll do a riding review a little bit later, probably in a different video. So we'll just kind of move over from the front of the motorcycle here down. We've got over here quite an interesting feature of this bike compared to a lot of scooters are these dual disc front Brembo brakes, which are 4-piston each. These rotors are 280 millimeters each, so plenty of stopping power available for you right here. And this is all connected up to what they call their advanced intelligence braking system, which to me really just means fancy ABS for the most part. It works with additionally the traction control system to basically help you in turns, corners, and wet conditions, so that gives you a little bit of a more planted feel, and you don't go sliding off and dying, because we never like that on a motorcycle. This is all hooked up to a triple tree, just like a regular motorcycle, all upside down fork and everything. Not sure what branded fork that is. That was not something that I could really see up in there at all. Scooter is wrapped around with 15-inch tires, both front and rear. Front ones are 120 by 70 and the rear are 160 by 60. These are what are these, Dunlop? Yes, these are Dunlop scooter tires. So not the best tire, but they definitely do what they're supposed to do. Then moving on up, we've got full LED headlights. So you've got low beam, high beam, and your DRL right here. Interestingly enough, this scooter does have the option to actually turn off either the low beam and high beam at the same time and leave only the DRL on. I have not actually seen other motorcycles that let you do that. Usually you have one or the other. So moving up a little bit, you've got your mirrors right here, kind of splayed out forward of the fairing, so they are pretty far forward, but actually give you a pretty good field of view. As you can see here, they're not small mirrors by any means. They're actually pretty big for a scooter, so you're able to get a pretty good view there. Moving up a little bit here, this is different also for the premium Kymco AK 550 versus the standard ABS model that they've been offering for the time, is the totally electronically adjustable top windscreen. So when we get to the interior controls, I'll show you that going up and down all the way through its motions and everywhere in between that you can select. So that's kind of everything for the front of the vehicle. And you'll notice I keep calling this a motorcycle. I mean, to me, this is kind of a interesting in-between of a scooter and a motorcycle. It is an automatic transmission. It does have flat areas for you to put your feet in, just like a regular scooter, but it does not have the engine mounted to the swing arm, and it is a 550cc engine, as opposed to all the other scooters in the US that are new production are only offered usually in 400 single cylinders or lower. So moving further in, as I had mentioned about that engine, this, as you can tell by the name, is a 550, if you want to be specific, 0.4 cc parallel twin. It's 270 degree offset, 8 valve dual overhead cam, and it is good for about 51 horsepower and roughly 33 pounds of torque. So this will get you moving pretty good. And it is a cross-plane crank, so you do get a pretty nice exhaust note when you start it up, as noted right here. All right. So, and it actually gets good gas mileage, rated for roughly about 55 miles per gallon. So not bad at all. So moving over to the seat here, you've got a pretty big spot here for your tush. I would say this is more than enough for most people. It's decently cushioned. I would say as you get over to this area here, which because of my rather short stature of only about 5'8", I tend to sit here when at a stoplight, and I'm able to move back when riding. This does get a little bit uncomfortable as time goes on of constantly going forward and back, but here, really no complaints on the seat. You do have an adjustable butt stop here for you. This can go out, this is about the middle setting for it. You can go out probably another 1.5 to 2 inches, or you can go all the way back here in case you need the space or you want to really stretch your legs. Pretty good rear seat here for your rear passenger. Hefty grab handles here in case you don't want them wrapping around your stomach or such. Both sides, which you can also take this all off and put a full rear rack and side rack onto here. Speaking of foot positions, you do have a full spot here for your bottom foot if you want to be in a more upright seating position, or if you want to stretch your legs a bit on those longer rides, you do have another spot here to get your foot up to. I am a size roughly 10 shoe, and as you can see, fit pretty comfortably within this spot right here with a bit of room to move front and forward. So if you're on a bit of a taller side, you know, even if you feel like you're a little bit cramped here with this, you can actually take this entire thing off and give yourself another almost 8 inches worth of seating space back here to stretch your legs out. So moving over to here, you know, we've got our control center right here in the center. As you can see, I do have my good old wireless quad lock, not included with the bike, unfortunately. But so we'll start down here. This is the main difference that you're going to notice right off the bat from a regular AK550 ABS model, is you no longer have that dial push in select. That always got a little confusing. I used to have a Yamaha X-Max 300. It had the same thing. You had to push it in to select different spots, and every now and then you'd accidentally open the gas cap when you're trying to lock the steering handle or such like that. So what we have here is we have our gas cap holder, which you can actually open this even if the scooter is on. So as you can see, the scooter is on. Turn the scooter off, and since this is a wireless key fob right here, as you can see, completely wireless. So long as you're standing next to the bike with your key fob, press this, and you can go ahead and put in your gas. This is a very simple gas cap. Just flip and twist one way. That'll open it, and then you can twist it back and lock it. And that goes down there. Here you do have your under seat storage, and this can be a little tricky to open. Sometimes you have to grab the seat almost immediately. There we go, got it in one try. Don't always happen. The hell is this? Get a real... You know, this would probably upset me if I could read, but okay, we'll just continue on. So yeah, we got a nice big under seat storage area. You can fit a full-size helmet if you put it in upside down right here. I have a Shoei GT Air 2 with a Cardo attached to the side of it, and it fits very comfortably here with space on the sides and back over here to put more stuff, gloves, As you can see, also some netting and such for the rear rack and things. You do have a little light back here that actually does work at night. It does give a fair bit of light back there, surprisingly enough. And yeah, so you got plenty of space back here just to start with, and you can always add on to it with rear rack, rear case, and side panniers if you really want to. And for anyone interested, it actually locks the seat in 2 different spots here. So, you know, this thing, once it's locked, it's not going anywhere. And if someone's trying to break in, they're pretty much going to have to destroy the entire seat to get in. So moving on to the full controls here, you know, right here, we turn the bike back on. We can select through our trip here. It might be a little hard for you to actually see on the screen because the refresh rate is pretty similar to the actual camera here. But I can just trust me, this number right here is in fact changing every time. This is your odometer right here, and you can switch between that. Ignore the wrong clock. I still have to reset that as well. I only just got this bike on Thursday last week. At about 8:30 at night, it was dropped off by the driver. So I unfortunately had to wait all night before I could actually ride it. So moving over here, you've got your lock. This is to lock your steering column all the way to the left or to the right. All you do is you just move this all the way like this, and then you hold this button. You have to have the bike off, by the way, to do that. And you hear those beeps there. That means it didn't work because I didn't have it all the way to the back. So if we do this again, we hold this all the way to the left, and that means it worked now because I'm stupid and I can't work my bike properly. And then all we got to do is turn it back on and it will unlock automatically. So turn that off. Go over here on the left. So we've got a lot of the similar controls for any other motorcycle here. You've got your rear brake here. You've got cruise control settings right here. So turn on cruise control and then set your speed and change your speed here. Turn signal left, right. We'll actually turn it on here so you can see it does have a actual turn signal sound, kind of similar to a car. And then center press turns it off. You got your usual horn, just like that. And now for the fun part of this windscreen that does go electronically up and down. So this is the bottom setting, top setting, and the cool stuff is that you can press, just do little presses and do fine adjustments to get it exactly where you want it to be. And like I had said, here you can turn off your headlights entirely except for the DRLs. So press it once and your lights will come on. Press it again, they'll go off, and then you can switch between high beam and low beam. Now, over here in the back, might be a little bit difficult to see this way, but you actually have what's called the mode button, which is how you can switch from rain mode and sport mode. This is currently in sport mode. Orange is sport, blue is rain, and that just pretty much changes how your throttle response works and how the TCS system will react to certain things. If we move down over here, we do have heated grips, 3 different levels. Hold it for 3 seconds, they'll turn on, and then after that, click through the settings 1, 2, 3 for 3 different modes. That does turn off every time you turn the bike off. So moving back onto the seating here, we go over to the right-hand side. This is how we control different settings on the screen, pretty much, for selecting. You know, you can move up and down through different settings in order to change, you know, from miles per gallon to, in this case, the front and rear tire pressure system monitoring, which it does have. You are able to check that right here, and voltage as well. There's a little lock button here, so every time you press this would change settings on here. Hit this lock button and it won't change anything. It'll stay at where you selected. Over here you do have your speedometer, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, your Christmas tree of warning lights as well. And then over here you have your RPM right here, traction control system, and then your 2 customizable settings here, various odometer settings, miles per gallon, voltage, or for anything else that you may want for the TPMS. So getting out of the cockpit, because that is pretty much it. One other thing to mention too is not only are the front brakes Bosch calipers, 4 pistons each, all of the reservoirs are also Bosch branded, and it is all hooked up to both that AIBS system as well as the which is made by Bosch as well. Or excuse me, these are Brembo. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Bosch. And yeah, so all Brembo front caliper and rear caliper as well, master cylinders. One other item too, before I forget, is this bike, because it's a scooter and has an automatic transmission, and we park on hills sometimes. There are hills out in Chicago, if you didn't know that. Parking brake. So this will lock up your rear wheel. The bike will also tell you when this is still engaged when you start it, so you don't go ahead and burn out your clutch. One other item to mention on this engine is it's not only a CVT, but it is a wet clutch as well. So the actual main clutch that engages and disengages from the CVT transmission is a wet clutch on the other side of the bike. And then it comes in through here to a main pulley, which then drives our final drivetrain, which is in fact all belt drive. As you can see, it is a 2-sided swing arm with a single mono suspension arm right here with spring and such. This is adjustable for dampening. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to do though. You have to take fairings off and such to actually get in there and do what you want to do. Like I said, 15-inch rear wheels, and just as the front, you do have full LED lighting. So that is pretty much, oh, and one other thing too, you know, because scooters are awesome and they do have storage up the yin yang. You do have a little cubby here with storage, and all the way back there, if you can't see it, there is a USB type A USB port. So you can connect, you know, charging and various other things to there. But yeah, so that is a quick walk around review of the AK550 Premium. It's a pretty good bike so far, really love it. You know, I'm not going to speak towards any of the reliability or anything just yet until I've actually gone through the entire break-in period, which the manual says 186 miles, and then the first oil change at 600 miles. So I'll do a reliability review a little bit later, as there's more than about 1,000 miles on it. But the next video will definitely be a on-road riding review. So thank you and enjoy all of your riding.